Hey, what's up guys, it's Trevor P, and this is a tutorial on the items in SRB2 Kart. And I will only be focusing on the racing items, so like the items I use in racing. I'm not doing the battle items, I'm not talking about those ones because I don't really like battle, but anyway. Yeah, so also I'm gonna be using a lot of like if you've played Mario Kart, the items in this game too are very similar, so I'm gonna be saying that stuff a lot. So if you haven't played Mario Kart, don't worry, I'll still explain it to you on like basic terms, so you don't need to worry about that. But anyway, so here are the items. So the first item that we have is a banana, and this is literally just taking the banana from Mario Kart. If you ever play Mario Kart, it's basically just the banana. And basically how you use it is, once you get it, you're gonna hold it behind your cart, and you can either place it behind you just by pressing the item button, or you can aim it forward by holding the up arrow or up on your joystick. Yeah, so basically it places a banana on the ground, and all the other racers can run into it, and it'll put them in a spin animation, and they'll be slowed down for a little bit. And it also blocks incoming threats. So if you have let's say you have a spike ball, which I'll get to later on, but let's say like another item is coming towards you, it can basically block it. It'll basically cancel it, but then you'll lose the banana too. Use your bananas carefully because you don't want to waste your banana. Like let's say somebody behind you has like a spike ball or Jawz or something, and if you just use your banana, don't really think about it, then they keep their spike ball, then they can just aim it at you and you're basically unprotected. So you actually want to save your bananas usually. Yeah, so it's basically bananas. As I said, you can throw them forward and you can, do all that stuff. It still blocks stuff. Even if you don't have the banana like equipped on your character, it will still block stuff. So watch out for that. Like if there's a banana like on the track or something and you shoot a spike ball, it's gonna get rid of the spike ball. So just watch out for that. Alright, so the next item is the Eggman bomb, or the fake item box. Basically it's the same as the fake item box from Mario Kart. Basically when you can either place it forward or throw it in front of you just like the banana, but the thing is you can't block with the Eggman box, so don't try to do that. It's hollow, so don't try to block with the Eggman box. When somebody else picks it up, they'll get a timer, and it says that they're gonna basically blow up in 3 seconds, and it's gonna waste a lot of the time. So you really don't want to pick these up if you're racing. I mean, you want the item, you don't want to accidentally pick up a fake item box. But anyway, also a little known fact that some people don't know is once the timer starts, if you press the item button again, you can actually set it off early. So let's say you pick it up and you're driving next to someone, and they're like a faster character, so they're gonna speed up in front of you and they're not gonna get hit by the explosion. You can actually just press the item button and it'll just explode automatically. So if you don't want to waste your time with the timer, you can just do it instantly instead of waiting for the countdown. Also, I would recommend placing the fake item boxes near like other item boxes, so it's harder to see. But that's just my personal preference. You can also throw it forward, like I said before, and try to throw it at someone, and that would just suck if you got hit by that. But anyway, so the third item is spike ball. So basically, this is just like the green shell from Mario Kart, and it's basically just gonna shoot in front of you. The thing is with the spike ball is you can't hold it behind you. It actually circles around you. It also can block stuff. So like if there's a banana, I don't know why you would do this, but you can like run your spike ball into the banana and the banana will go away, but that's kind of a waste of a spike ball. And also if there's a Jawz, you can also block with the spike ball too. And the spike ball automatically shoots forward, so you can also shoot it backwards if you hold back on your analog, or just press if you aim backwards. If you throw it at someone, they're gonna get damaged, they're gonna go into spin animation, and that's gonna be better for you because you can pass them and whatnot. If you have one spike ball, because there's different variations by the way, so you can either pick up 1 spike ball, 2 spike balls, 3 spike balls, or 4 spike balls. And if you pick up 1, then the spike ball is just always gonna shoot in front of your cart. Whereas if you have 2, 3, or 4, it's just gonna shoot whichever one is closest to the front. So it's going to shoot whichever one's closest to the front from their original position. So you got to keep that in mind because it can mess up your aiming. Other than that, it's a pretty simple item, I guess. I don't know. You just shoot at someone and they get stunned. The next item is Jawz, and basically it's the red shell from Mario Kart. Targets onto a person, and the cool thing about Jawz is it actually will show you who you're gonna hit if you throw it at, before you shoot it, and it also orbits around your cart just like the spike ball, but it'll show like who you're gonna hit. So the person that you're gonna hit is gonna have like a little target thing. So if you're like, let's say in first place and there's someone behind you and they have a Jawz out, you can see that they have a Jawz because you'll have a target on your character. So that'll just give you a heads up so you can like prepare. And also it's good if you have the Jawz because then you can know who you're actually going to hit instead of like wasting it, because sometimes the targeting is really weird and it'll like go for people that are like super far on, like not even like in front of you or something. Yeah, so it's basically just red shell. It gets blocked by bananas and spike balls. Oh yeah, also a neat trick, it's kind of hard to pull off, but if you're being chased by a Jawz, it'll always hit you from the back. So try to get it to run into a wall and it'll just get destroyed instantly. That's kind of the only way to avoid a Jawz if you don't have an item. Obviously you can block the Jawz with the banana or spike ball, stuff like that. You can also shoot Jawz backwards, but then it doesn't target anybody. Throw it backwards, I would feel like, is if you're gonna block a spike ball or something, but there's really no reason to shoot it backwards. It won't target anybody. Alright, so the next item is the bomb, and basically when you get this item, it's gonna be dragging behind your cart. You can either place it behind you or you can throw it in front of you, you know, basic stuff, kind of like the banana in the item box. You'll have like, I feel like it's like about like 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds where when you throw it, it won't be active. And when it's inactive, other players can run into it and actually they can hit it. So they can like, if they run into it, then they can actually hit it and move it to a different location. I'll give an example. If you place it behind you and there's someone driving behind you and the bomb's inactive, then you can run into the bomb and it'll get hit forward and it'll actually hit the guy that dropped the bomb, which is kind of funny. So there is like a little bit of leniency with the bomb. But once it's active, you can tell because it'll make like this noise where it's like ching, you know, like it's activated, you know. And there's gonna be like a red dot in the middle showing that it's on. If you enter the proximity of where the bomb is, then it's gonna go off. The way to avoid this item is just drop around it. That's really all you can do. You can't hit it with the spike ball or anything like that. It's just gonna stay there until someone runs into it eventually. And it's a pretty big explosion, yeah. Alright, so the next item is the speed shoes. What it does, it just gives you a boost. It's basically the mushroom of SRB2 Kart. Yeah, so you can go, basically when you boost it, it's going to give you a lot of speed. It's a special item because you can go off-road and use the boost and you won't slow down or anything. So it's really good for using it in, it's really good if you're going to use it in a shortcut or something like that. And you can either pick up one shoe or you can pick up 3 shoes, which is, they're both pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else to say. It just makes you go faster. Alright, so the next item is the grow item, and basically it just makes you bigger. It's like the Mega Mushroom from Mario Kart Wii. It just makes you bigger. It actually makes you go a lot faster. Like you can get into like 100 miles per hour with the speed boost or the grow if you like get enough speed or whatever. Yeah, so it just makes you grow bigger. And I think one downside of growing bigger is that you're definitely harder to control, but once you get used to it, it's pretty good. Also, heads up, spike balls will still hit you. They're not going to stun you, but you will bump into them just like how you bump into a normal kart player. So just keep that in mind when you're playing with a grow, because that can get in your way and stuff like that. You can run through, like, I think you can run through any other item though. Yeah, like bananas, you can run through. Even fake item boxes, you won't pick it up. So yeah, you can do anything from that. Also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the most important part is that if you drive into a player while you're in the grow state, then they'll be flattened and they'll be stunned for a little bit. And they'll lose all their speed. So they'll have to like restart accelerating and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's a pretty good item. Alright, so the next item is the Invincibility. This is basically the star from Mario Kart, and basically it's gonna make you invincible. It's invincibility. What do you expect? And you still will bump into spike balls, but other than that, yeah, you're pretty much invincible. Nothing. You can run into players and they'll go into a spin animation. Also, you can go off road, which with the grow you can't go off road and keep your speed, but with the star you can. So that's something to remember. All right, so the next item is like, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a pig holding like a black ball or something. What it does is it throws 5 bouncing balls in front of your cart, and it's a pretty strong item. You're almost like guaranteed to hit somebody with this item just because it's 5 huge hitboxes. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't really interact with too many other items. I don't think bananas or like spike balls like can interact with them, but yeah, they're pretty strong. And if you get hit by it, then you get sent into a spin animation. Be careful when you shoot them though, because they go pretty fast, and also you can hit yourself pretty easily if you're not paying attention, so watch out for that. All right, so the next item, there's actually a name for this item. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Ryodoro. But it's basically like the ghost item from Mario Kart DS. Basically what it does is it makes you invisible and also invincible. Your character turns invisible, so other players can't even see where you are. And it also will steal an opponent's item. This item, I think it's kind of hard to use it well, I guess. You can't go off-road with it, but if you time it well when people are picking up other items, then you can probably get some really good grabs. Like sometimes if you get the ghost and you're in first and you use it, sometimes you get a star or invincibility, and like you're already in first, so it's like really good. So yeah, this is a good item. All right, so the next item is the rocket shoes, and this item is basically like the speed shoes from before, except you can mash, and you get like a timer. You'll have like a little like bar, and it'll show you how many boosts you have to use, and it runs out over time. So if you use the shoes like once, it'll still go down and you'll run out of it. But yeah, it's basically like the golden mushroom from Mario Kart. Again, you actually don't want to mash this item, because if you do, then you're just gonna make your bar go down all the way, and you're not gonna be able to use as much speed as intended. Yeah, definitely don't mash with this. But yeah, you can't go off-road because it is a boost, so definitely do that if you have this item. All right, so the next item is the SPB. This is a really just infamous item. Basically, it's just a blue shell from Mario Kart. But the thing is, so once you send it, it'll just chase the person in first until they slow down or they mess up. Because how this item works is it'll immediately just go to first. It'll just go through walls and shit, and it'll just immediately target the person first, and it will whatever their max speed is, it's just gonna stay at that. So what that means is you can actually avoid the SPB. It's an interesting choice because, you know, if you're playing Mario Kart and blue shell's coming, there's only like 2 ways to avoid it, which is get the horn or use a mushroom and avoid the explosion, which is like super hard to time and shit. Yeah, with the SPB, you can basically, like, if you don't mess up and you use your drifts correctly and all that, then you can stay in first, and the SPB will still be targeting you, and you can literally win the race, and the SPB is still targeting you. So that's a pretty unique choice by the creators of the game, but you know, I enjoy that choice because it rewards a more skilled player instead of a blue shell, which is just like, it's dumb. Also, be careful with the SPV, because if you're not in first but it's still like near you, you can still get hit by it. And the next item is the is it the electric shield? I don't really know what it's called. The lightning shield, I think it's the lightning shield, but anyway. So basically what this item does is when you pick it up, you'll have like an electrical like orb, like aura around your cart, and you can either press the item button again, and it'll send like an electric charge around you, so anybody in that will get hit. Also, any items in that area will also get disabled, or if an item hits you, then the lightning area will also like activate. So either it's you get hit or you activate it yourself. You should probably just activate it yourself, because if you get hit, you're kind of just wasting it. Also, the unique thing about this item, it's basically the horn from Mario Kart, the horn box or whatever it's called, but it basically can destroy SPBs. So if you have the electric shield and the SPB is chasing you and it's close enough, make sure that's close enough, because if it's not close enough in the electric range, then you'll just waste it and the SPB will still be chasing you. But the SPB, once it's close enough, you can use the electric shield and the shock will destroy the SPB and you'll just be chilling, you know? Pretty good item. Really, it's only useful though in like first or second. Yeah, the hitboxes are kind of weird. They don't really hit super far, so like just you have to be pretty close to the item, that you have to be pretty close to somebody to actually hit them. So I would just use this if you're like in first place or something. Alright, the next item, this is probably like the worst item that everybody hates, and it's for good reason too, and it's the shrink item. And it's basically the opposite of the grow item, but instead of you getting shrunk, everybody else gets shrunk. It's basically the lightning from Mario Kart, and it's gonna shrink everybody, and it's gonna make them slower because they're shrunken, and the person that uses it is normal size, so they get a chance to catch up. I think why this item is bad is just because it makes everybody super slow. The person in last probably isn't gonna catch up anyway, like that's why they're in last. But yeah, it's a whatever item. Also, if you can smuggle it into first place, then you fucking won, because that's just brutal. Also, if you shrink everybody else, and let's say you pick up a shrink and you shrink everybody else, you can run over the like the miniature people. Basically, kind of like the grow, where you can squash them, but except they're smaller instead of you being bigger. But I mean, you're technically bigger, but still, whatever. Also, another heads up is if you are holding an item that drags behind you, if you hold that item for too long behind you, it'll actually slow you down. And the way you can tell it's slowing you down is it's making this like kind of like annoying like sound where like it sounds like your car is going off-road, you know? But it's actually not. It's just because you're holding an item behind you and that actually slows you down. But items that orbit around you will not slow you down. So that's just a heads up. I should probably tell you guys, you know, because that's a pretty important thing. Other than that, yeah, those are all the items. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please like the video and subscribe if you want more. Yeah, that's basically it, and see you.